Hi, Squink here. Got another video. Stalker pretends to be a state trooper. Doesn't end well. Recording on a Sunday. I just felt like you guys needed me today, so let's jump into it.
Florida,
never seen
an
it.
Extraordinary tale emerges as a woman's ex-boyfriend employs cunning tactics in pursuit of his desires. Law enforcement's riveting investigation leads to a dramatic confrontation, exposing the astonishing extent to which some will defy the law. In early March 2022, a female reported her ex-boyfriend was violating a restraining order that forbade him from making any contact with her in Tavernier, Florida. The ex-boyfriend was identified as a 36-year-old named Claude. The female victim stated Claude was served with a final judgment for protection against domestic violence in January 2020.
Restraining order. That's what this is.
Prohibiting Claude from contacting her, either directly or indirectly.
Important. In person, by mail, email, fax, no contact.
Since the restraining order was served, an investigation revealed that he had been disregarding it by making numerous calls, sending texts, and mailing USB devices containing messages to the female. Additionally, he was using a phone application that altered the display number, effectively concealing.
Real quick, I've gotten several comments about how I talk too much, but this is important. Law enforcement's constantly playing catch up with technology. There's always these new apps that make it even more private and harder to, whatever. And then there's apps where you can fake entire conversations. It's dangerous. It's rough.
Concealing his true identity when making contact. But first, let's take a second to hear from today. After some
this comes from Code Blue Cam. Go subscribe to him.
Time. The female victim reached out to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office and submitted a collection.
Isn't this the dude that was on Live PD?
Of mails, voice recordings, and videos that demonstrated Claude's continuous attempts to contact her. These pieces of evidence depicted him trying to persuade the female to withdraw the restraining order against him. Notably, in one of the calls, Claude went to the extent of using a robot voice in an effort to conceal his identity. However, that didn't quite work. In late March 2022, the Sheriff's Office dispatch received a call on its non-emergency line from an individual claiming to be an off-duty New York State trooper who reported a possibly intoxicated driver driving recklessly.
Sheriff's Office, this is Ashley.
I'm a state trooper from another state. I'm reporting a drunk driver driving northbound on overseas highway. Like, this person's very drunk.
Okay.
Like,
give me the description of the vehicle.
It's a white truck.
Do you know what type of truck? What make?
You're a state trooper, but all you can give for a vehicle description is a white truck? What?
I'm trying to stay away, but this person's really drunk. It's a white Toyota.
And what are they doing? Just failure to maintain lane?
Yeah, they're swerving everywhere.
Okay. What's your last name?
Tony.
And your first name?
Zachary. Yeah, I'm still behind it, and they're swerving really bad.
You may have mentioned that once or twice.
There's somebody else dispatching that information out.
Okay. Yeah, she's wicked. I'm telling you right now, this person is wicked drunk. Oh.
It almost seems as though he's trying to get information as to if there's any cops nearby where he is. That's my guess.
My God.
While the alleged drunk driver was passing deputies on routine patrol, they noticed the reported vehicle being closely followed by a white vehicle, which then pulled over to the shoulder. Shortly afterward, Claude emerged from the driver's seat and dashed towards the deputy's patrol car. He made
Don't do that.
His ex-girlfriend was driving while intoxicated and promptly asked the deputies not to inform her about his call or conversation with them. Deputies soon conducted a traffic stop on Claude's ex-girlfriend and had her undergo standardized field sobriety tests.
I'll call you back.
She's fine. She's not drunk.
The female victim voiced her suspicion that Claude was behind the traffic stop and harassing her. In the end, she showed no signs of impairment and was released.
Ma'am, you can put your foot down and go back to your truck. We'll get you out of here in just a second, okay? We had an off-duty law enforcement officer call you in. That's why we had stopped you, okay? Yeah. An off-duty law enforcement officer observed the violations, which is why we stopped to check on you. Okay.
So
I
it's the
understand,
stalker.
I guess a little bit if you're on your phone, but you have to understand.
Guys, look, I have a
maybe we got
ponytail.
you
I
impaired,
totally get it.
and we really do appreciate your
I
cooperation.
get it. I totally get it.
Some people will get
Fine. Do we have anything else?
some people be like,
Are you fucking kidding me? So you just fucking pulled me over for no fucking reason? So where can I have my lawyer sue you?
So can I release her? Yeah, she's good.
I know she was.
She's
Thereafter, a sergeant with the sheriff's office spoke with Claude by phone. Upon being asked what agency he worked for, he stated he had another call and hung up.
Right.
Given the gravity of the incident, the sheriff's office conducted a thorough investigation.
Good for them.
Detectives managed to trace the phone number used to make the fake DUI report, only to find that it belonged to a phone application designed to block the user's display number, ensuring anonymous
You don't say.
calls. Despite this obstacle, the detectives persisted in their investigation.
Good work,
In due
Daryl
course,
Dixon.
The detectives successfully acquired records from the phone application company, revealing the 911 call made from Claude's account with the company.
Hell yeah,
They
dude.
reached out to the New York State
That's
Police
police work.
and confirmed that there was no trooper by the false name originally provided by Claude. Claude was then contacted again by the sheriff's office, where he provided several excuses for the audio recordings of him, such as the female victim stealing his therapy folder from his bedroom, which contained audio recordings of him. When asked
What?
if the original file would be on his computer, he said he had deleted it. They explained to him that the evidence does not support his claim, and that he may have gone too far trying to get the restraining order dropped. At the end of March 2022, a warrant was obtained for Claude's arrest
Good.
due to him violating the restraining order, and he eventually turned himself
I can't wait to see what this piece of garbage has to say.
in. During the subsequent interview, Claude evaded answering questions by asserting that he was the victim, claiming that his ex-girlfriend had abused him for years, and stating that he was fearful and dealing with PTSD. When the investigators played the 911 recording, in which he falsely portrayed himself as an off-duty state trooper, Claude denied making the call. Although he admitted knowing the person responsible for the call, he refused to disclose that information. He was shortly released on a surety bond. Following further investigation in late June 2022, another arrest warrant was issued for Claude, this time for the offense of impersonating a police officer. On July 11, 2022, Claude reached out to the sheriff's office and arranged to meet at a designated location in order to turn himself in on the warrant.
The return says warrant for impersonating an official, and then also a protection order. Who's the one that put out the warrant? MCSO? Us?
Detective O'Neill.
I don't know what it's for or why, but that doesn't sound good. What's the warrant for?
Impersonating an official.
Okay, for what? What'd you do?
My cousin and I called the cops on her for following me, stalking me after with a current restraining order, and she was drunk, and they came and let her go, drunk, and literally
Bro, come on. Oh my, what a fucking liar.
escorted her into her building.
So how does that fall into you impersonating an
Because
official?
Yeah, sir, you kind of didn't answer the question why a warrant for you would be issued for impersonating a police officer.
my cousin called, my whole entire family's cops, right? Like literally everybody but me. My cousin was with me in the car on vacation. This is how it went down. I was driving, pull out of the Big Chill every
Douche. 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 Douche.
day like clockwork. You can bet your ass she's gonna know where I am. In fact, she tells O'Neill where I am, finds me at my job, and then tells him, and then he comes to talk to me. And I've been on my best behavior. I pull out,
Have
she
you?
cuts me off, and probably so drunk didn't even know it was me. Drives into the mangroves, and then back onto the highway, and she's an alcoholic.
Without crashing?
Dude, she is a complete alcoholic. But
Dude.
like, without crashing, swerving, driving like off the side of the road. So my cousin's like, dude, call. Why would you not call? She's called the cops like 80 times when she's trying to steal your house. I said, you call. You're a cop.
Where does he work?
New York. He calls, didn't give his real name.
Okay.
Swear to God, he's 26 years old. And she says, well, that's just my ex calling. So I got arrested for that because O'Neill said that it was me on the phone.
Did it come from his phone or your phone?
It came from a different phone, but it showed
Dude.
O'Neill has my phone calling his phone, calling.
So then we bought a phone, and then we called his phone, and then from his phone we star 69'd that phone, and then with his real phone called my phone, and then all of our phones were on a group call, and then we Skyped her, and then they found me through that.
We you know, because we're connected in the phones, because he retrieved my phone records. So
Right.
he has something, but he doesn't have, like, proof that it's my voice. It's not.
So what you're saying
Doesn't even
is it
tell me.
was your phone, but without you
Sir, doesn't matter. You're going to jail for your warrant.
actually being on the line.
Right. It's not, you know, what am I going to do? I mean, it's not my voice, so...
Do you have a protection order in place?
Yeah, that's why. I have her on camera like 15 times coming down my blog. Like, I'll be at the food store.
So did you call the cops? The real cops?
And then I'll come out and she's right next to me and literally panic leave. Of course, my whole life is a TV show. I have a dash cam. My house is lit up.
My whole life is a...
And no
You're the one making it a TV show, sir.
matter how much stuff I show Judge Garcia, he just denies the motion, you know?
You've already tried showing that she's the one that's contacting you, or
Excuse me.
That's like a thing about like protection
She actually
orders.
came in my house and told me she was going to kill me on camera.
Did you report it? I deleted it, actually. She made me delete it with a knife to my throat.
I have the video, and then literally looked and smelled my bed sheets, went in my bathroom, went through my drawers, and left. Called the cops.
I was gonna say
lied on police record, said that I came to her house.
You didn't show them that?
I did. I gave it to Judge Garcia. He said she wants to feel safe. I'm going to make her feel safe for 2 years.
I don't buy
I
that.
know, but what they do about that? Her entering your home? Were you guys still married at the time, or together, or like living
she
together?
lived in a different apartment. She lied on record, and the cop even wrote it on the paper. Said she lied, and they didn't do anything.
He wrote, she lied on pen and paper. She lied. Get over yourself.
About it. And now this guy's destroying my life. Like literally ruining my life. I'm a single dad. I have my kids by myself at home.
Is it kids in common or no?
No. Oh God. She just wants money. She called me and asked for 80 grand and sent a phone call to Officer O'Neill and said that I had contacted her. And I still got arrested.
So
You shouldn't have answered the phone call, idiot.
they just confirmed your warrant. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take your hat off, make sure take everything out of your pockets. Hey,
You're right.
why'd you turn yourself in on your birthday?
Because he was going to come to my house and make a spectacle in front of my family. I
Who's
think
he?
this is her last shot. So she only has 10 more days to
Is he flirting from the back of a police car right now?
respond to the lawsuit or she loses by default.
Yikes.
So it's like there's a lot of money on the line now.
Right.
A lot.
Ultimately, Claude was charged with felony counts of aggravated stalking, impersonating a law enforcement officer, unlawful use of a two-way communication device.
Good.
Misdemeanor counts of misuse
Hell yeah.
of the 911 system.
Load it
and
up.
False report of a crime. Lastly, his bond was set at $75,000.
For being a douche.
Head over to Code
Blue Cam, thank you once again. If you guys want me to react to specific videos, comment down below, link them. Alright, see you later. Almost Christmas. Bye.